Okay, let's get started. It's about time to start. So, hello everybody. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Can y'all hear me okay this time? Okay, great. Loud and clear. Okay, good. And can you see the stuff on my screen? I just want to be able to record this, so I want to make sure you guys can see it and hear it okay this time. All right, cool. So I'm glad you guys can hear it and see it looks like. So let me do the little disclaimer. I in no way guarantee that you'll have the same results or any results. This has been my experience, and as everyone's skill level, available assets, and level of commitment is different, I am simply sharing what has been my experience in the hope of helping you to be able to use this information to help you improve your business. So that being said, let's move on to how to create a 5 to 10K business, $10,000 a month business. So our goal today is for you to leave here understanding the perfect 5 to 10,000 a month business system. Okay? So just want you to listen and learn so you guys can get the most you can out of this. Some pretty powerful concepts in here if you take it and run with it. So first off, I get it. Things get super busy online. We have tons of things going all at once. We got Skype and Facebook and posts and all kinds of stuff. So, but I just want to ask you to please close all the other applications, because if you get distracted, you're going to miss out on some valuable information, and information that could very likely, end your online struggles. So, grab a pen and a paper and write some notes if you feel like. It doesn't need to be a masterpiece. We just go over a little bit about how this webinar is going to work. So, most webinars are boring and have little to no interaction, like this poor guy, and hopefully it's not like that. Hopefully it's going to be a lot more fun. I want you guys to be able to ask questions, lots of them, and I will answer them at the end. Okay, I'll be asking you a few questions here and there because I want you guys to get as much as you can out of this. So I want you to participate as much as you can. Okay, it's for your benefit. So does that sound good? Okay, great. Then let's get this party started. Oh, yeah, that's probably ill-advised to start with a picture like that. But, what do you guys, does anybody have any embarrassing pictures when they were growing up like this? I mean, how many of you have ever had a bad haircut or crooked teeth? Or how many of you have even seen crooked teeth on someone? Oh boy. So this is one of those scary pictures that you hide in the back of your drawer somewhere, way in the back. But hey, we all have them, don't we? I mean, this one is a bit discolored because I actually spilled perfume on it, and that may or may not have been on purpose. I'm taking the fifth on that one. But I do remember that my mom cut my hair the night before the school picture. And it's not really her fault that it's crooked. See this up here? I just got my calic right there in the front. So it makes it, my hair is just hard to cut anyway because of that. And then, this awesome outfit that I'm wearing. It was a fully zip-up outfit with red bell-bottom pants. And yes, my mom made that outfit. And I thought it was pretty cool because no one else had a zip-up outfit. Although the kids didn't think it was so cool. And those crooked teeth, well, luckily for me, I did eventually get braces when I was an adult to correct them a bit. Still not perfect, but they're far cry better than that. But hey, at least I didn't, have poofy 70s hair in this picture. This is a picture of me with my husband and my two kids, who make sure we are never ever bored. That's for sure. Anyways, I just want to see that I, no longer have extremely bad hair and really bad crooked teeth anymore. Life is good. I'll tell you a little bit more about me later. That's enough about me, though. This is about you. So let's get cracking, shall we? Crack-a-lackin'. Okay, here we go. So when you first start out, there just seems to be hundreds of shiny objects from every direction. And that makes it hard to know which direction to go and what to do. I mean, it's confusing, right? Like this sign. I mean, that was just the perfect sign when I saw that. Good luck, right? But, it's very common. So don't feel bad if you feel confused. Many people lack two things. The first is being perspective, a better understanding of how to make money. Okay? And the second one is clarity. All right? So my commitment is to bring you a sense of clarity, because clarity leads to success. So I want you to leave here today with a true understanding of what it takes to build a successful online business. Okay? Now, how much money will you make online? Well, you know what? The sad truth about the internet marketing is that mostly everybody fails. It's a pretty common statistic that a vast majority of marketers never even make a penny online. Okay? And that's kind of sad. But they keep trying. It's not really your fault, and it's not really their fault. Many people get started on this journey and most give up before they ever really even get started, and even more give up after trying something once. A few, the vast majority, do continue to keep trying, and they refuse to quit until they have succeeded. Seriously, just remember, almost every single marketer starts out in the exact same place and goes through the same roadblocks. Okay? So, this journey, it starts with just one step, and just like a marathon, it takes focus and determination, and sometimes you just have to focus on putting one foot in front of another until you get there. And as long as you keep trying and you pick yourself up if you fall down and you do not give up, you will get there. You will. I mean, there is an end to a marathon. It's way the heck out there sometimes, 26.2 miles, but you will get there. It's the same principle with this. Is it frustrating like this guy on the left here? Yeah, it gets frustrating if you've been there. How long have you spent in front of the computer feeling tired and frustrated? You feel like you're just sinking into all information you get bombarded with, and you never actually get anywhere, and you spend hours and hours for nothing, and your family and friends, if you're like me anyway, are telling you to give up because, quote unquote, it just doesn't work, right? It just makes me so angry when they say that. So you're not alone if you feel that way. It's just hard before you, finally break through and to that success. It's just tough. So I sent a survey out to a segment of my list, and I found out that 97.4% of you are not reaching your goals. So that's only 2.6% that feel that they're successful in meeting their goals, and that just stinks. So that should make you feel a little bit better if you're in that category, to understand that you're not alone. But the reason why there are so many people in this not meeting their goals section is because of the same mistakes people make over and over and over again. It's not for lack of trying, for some people. Some people, yeah, they give up really easily. Other people, they try the heck out of it. And they're like that guy back here, banging their head against the wall over and over and over again, trying to figure it out, trying to get, bust through there. And they get extremely frustrated, which is totally understandable. This sign was so funny, I thought. So do you ever feel like the world is just totally against you, like the whole world? I made mistakes before I finally succeeded in getting to where I'm at today. My peers and colleagues coaching students were making the same mistakes before they succeeded as I was. And you're probably making the same mistakes, and you need to stop before you can succeed. Once you know exactly how to avoid these mistakes, or push through them, then you'll be fine. Okay. So if it feels like everything you do keeps failing, so you keep on searching for the next system, right? The next WSO, the next answer to your problems, right? Which often leaves you feeling stuck in this never-ending, infinite cycle of, you get an email, you buy the product, you might not even try the product, right? And you're on to the next one. And then you keep repeating that, all while making other people rich. Because that's really what's happening. You're buying their stuff. They're simply roadblocks on your road to success. So it's time to get rid of those suckers and plow over them or under them or through them and bust through to be successful. I mean, it's understandable how all that stuff can bombard you. After a while, all this information you get over the months and years, it just piles up in your brain and it gets confusing, right? Like the previous sign we showed you. And that results in information overload. So then you get overwhelmed, right? Internet marketing works. It's just that there's so many systems and strategies, you just don't know which one to choose. So then you start feeling like our friend here, just totally overwhelmed and sad, So rather than being the person who's making all the mistakes and trying to hang along by your fingernails, what if I could help you today to stop making those mistakes, give you the exact business system that myself and others have used to make thousands of dollars? Is that something that would be helpful to you guys? Okay, good. Yes, yes. Hell yes. Okay, good. Great, because I want to be able to help you guys. So, I don't know. Listen, what is it that you guys want? What is it that you personally want? I mean, I know you want more money, but it's not really about the money if you think about it, I don't think. I think it's about freedom and the lifestyle that it provides. So I don't know what it is for you because everyone is different. Is it spending time with your family? Is it being able to travel and go on exotic vacations? Is it having a fast car to drive? I don't know. Everybody's a little bit different. Oh, sorry, my slides went a little quick there. Anyway, I don't know what it is for you. I think for many people, it's just, it might be about that fast car. It might be about having a nice house or being able to send your kids to college or just being able to get rid of your job, I don't know, but for me, it was kind of a lifestyle thing and being able to get rid of my job. I just hated it. I felt trapped. It was worse than school for me. So originally, that's what I was trying to learn this stuff for. And then I'll tell you about a little bit later about what happened when I was kind of forced into this. But, back then, that's really just all I wanted. I just wanted to be able to pay my bills. I wanted to do what I wanted, have the freedom to go on a family vacation with my family and know that all the bills were taken care of. That's it. That's not too much. Everybody's goals are different, though. Others, they want the big house and the fancy cars and all that stuff. That's what they want. Or they want to do, time freedom to be able to do what you want, when you want, how you want, where you want, So, okay, Sharia. I hope that's how your name say your name, Sharia. She says, I just want to make a few hundred a week to make my life easier. Well, Sharia, you're not alone in that. I mean, how many of you feel like just making a few hundred to maybe $1,000 would make a big difference in your life? Yeah. What do you guys think? Would that make a difference in your life? Josh says yes. Carrie says yes. Ben says yes, please, 1,000. Maria says yes. Sean says, of course. Okay, so you guys are ready to move on. Let's start learning how to change your entire business around. Start doing things right, okay? Ready to move on? Let's go. All right, so you guys probably can relate to this guy. I know I can. You ever feel like this guy? Right now, we're going to take you from this guy who's, angry or frustrated or tired or scared and depressed and feeling alone to this. Ta-da! Feel on top of the mountain. You've conquered it. You're relaxing on a beach. And for those of you who like fast cars, I'm a sucker for fast cars too. And those Teslas, by the way, are awesome. One more, or some of you just want time with your kids. So it doesn't really matter what your goal is or what your outcome you want it to be. The time for that change is right now. So let's not wait. Look, I didn't have the best childhood. Okay, I learned very early on when my dad left us and we lost our house, our home, and our car, that having no control over your life stinks. I often went to school without eating so my brothers and sisters would be able to eat. Having no money just sucks. My mom worked 3 jobs to try and earn enough money to pay the rent and to put food on the table for us kids. And it got pretty bad. It was a bad situation. It was a bad deal as a kid growing up. That's, not something you want to repeat if you've been through it. When I did work a regular job, grew up to, 15, I hated it. It was worse than sitting in school. I would watch the clock and I couldn't wait till it was time to go home. I seriously, I just felt like it was kind of like prison. Even though I've never been into prison, I figured that must be kind of what it's like. I would just dread Monday mornings going to work. I realized that if you broke it all down, I wasn't, getting paid for any other reason than to just simply show up and sit there and trade my time for money. They had control over my life because of that. And by the way, the company didn't really care about me, really. If they wanted to get rid of me, they would do it in a heartbeat. And I found that out later, for sure. Now, look, I remember feeling so secure because when I got married, my husband had this great job with a world-renowned company. So, since we're going to start a family, I'd given up my very successful medical massage therapy practice because, my husband's company transferred him shortly after we got married. And so, we had to choose. He had this fantastic job that had really great pay, really great insurance, which mattered since we're going to have kids. And, excuse me, if something goes wrong, that could be mighty expensive if you don't have insurance. So, it's kind of hard. It was really hard, actually, for me to give up my medical massage practice after so many years when I got to help people every day, and sometimes I'd even get to work on celebrities who wanted me to help them, people like Linda Wallenfels, who's an international mountain biking champion, and the legendary NBA Hall of Famer friend of mine, Dr. Julius Erving. He'd heard how I'd helped with back pain and carpal tunnel syndrome and all that stuff. So, and he'd also read my ebook that I wrote years ago, and it was called Natural Back Pain Relief. And so he asked if there was any way I could go to his house to meet him. Well, of course I said yes. He's like I grew up watching that guy. And he's one of the nicest, most down-to-earth guys you'll ever meet, by the way. But anyways, enough. You can definitely say I'm married for love for sure, because that was hard for me to give all that stuff up. Part of it I felt like was my identity. So, and it was hard moving, not feeling like I was contributing, and then knowing that we'd be moving again in a few months. It was kind of hard to be able to get a job, a regular job. So I was thinking, man, it'd be cool if I could just learn to make money online. Then it wouldn't matter where I lived. People thought I was absolutely nuts in the head, just crazy. When I told them I was going to be making money online, they'd say stuff like, why don't you just go get a real job, and then quit? But I just felt like that was not very productive. So let me ask you guys a question. What do you think is more secure? A big fancy corporate job with a world-renowned company, and or do you think just having multiple streams of income coming from different places, which one do you think is more secure? Well, I found out really fast after we bought our first home, and the company had just moved us and told us we'd be here for years. So we went ahead and bought our very first home. We had 2 babies. 6 weeks later, after we closed on our very first home, my husband came home without a job on a cold December 2nd morning at 11:10 in the morning. I remember, like yesterday. That having one source of income is essentially putting all of our eggs in one basket. And that, to me, is crazy now. And I will never let that happen again, ever. And so if you know me at all, you've been, a subscriber for very long, you know that I like to diversify as much as possible with everything. And this is a big reason why, and I always want to have multiple streams of income. Why? Because it's more secure. It's security. There's not a big chance of you, being in financial trouble if you got lots of different income streams coming from different places versus just one, like a job where someone else has the control over everything, including whether or not you even have a job. So what about your job? Doesn't this sound familiar? You're trading time for money. You're only getting paid once. You're living paycheck to paycheck, wasting away, giving away life's most precious commodity, which to me is time. Time with my kids. You know, they're little, they're not going to be around for in the house forever. They're going to be growing up quick. So what if we could remove time from the scale, you know? What if we could get paid without trading our time away from it? I think this guy at the alarm clock, you know, I'm very grateful that I haven't woken up to an alarm clock in a very long time. I have 2 little alarm clocks of my own now. But if that wasn't the case, I could be able to sleep in. Anyway, do you think that this would be cool to be able to learn how to get paid without trading our time away for it? You know, get paid over and over again? Yes. Josh says yes. John says yes. Coolio. Yeah, exactly. See, you guys know what it's like. So just like you guys, you know, I when I had a job, I only got paid a certain set amount no matter what I did. I would still get paid X amount of money for showing up to work for a certain amount of time. What's worse is others got paid the same dang amount regardless of how much they slacked off or didn't do. We got the same pay. You know, and raises were given to those who didn't even deserve them, which was totally insulting. You know, I just thought that was ridiculous. I worked my butt off. And these guys sat around and talked, and they got the bonuses, and I didn't. And they got the same pay, even if we didn't get a bonus. So, you know. This is what the problem is with my job. It was, anyways. You know, you got no control. You're locked in at a current pay scale. You can't get any higher than that a lot of times. You're at the mercy of a boss or the company. You get paid one time for one action. And you know that means if you don't show up to work, you're not going to get paid. And you have to take your vacations when they tell you and all that stuff, you know. So what makes more sense? Creating something that can be consumed one time, or creating something that can be consumed many times by many people? You know, right. So the solution is simple. What if you could create something and have it sent to many people who are all willing to pay me for it? Stop trading time for money. Does that make sense? So leverage is the key, okay? That's just to break it down super simple. You just need to create one thing that reaches many people who are willing to pay for it. That's it. Doesn't that sound easy? You can do this. It's not hard. As long as you're willing to take action, that is. You know, we use the power of the internet to reach as many people as we can. We create something once and hit many thousands and millions of people. Okay, so where does money come from? Think, you know, there's no push button. Money has to leave someone's hand to enter someone else's. You make money when someone gives you money. It's as simple as that. To make people do this, you just need to, you know, follow a simple formula. Oops, sorry. I keep doing that on accident. So the formula is, you know, it's just simple. So you got the traffic to the offer formula. All you have to do is connect the dots between the two. All online marketing breaks down to just those 2 steps. Okay? So what is your offer? It can be anything, literally anything. I've seen crazy things, you know. Knitting, I mean, there's just tons of weird, bizarro things that people are making money with, you know. So, but wait. I know what some of you are thinking right now. Yep, I can hear the objections already. You're thinking, I can't make a product. You know, it's too hard. Or you're thinking, I don't know enough. No, it's not. Your offer is simply presenting people an option to say yes or no. That's it. Give somebody an option to say yes or no, and you have an offer. Okay? Look, when I started, I had no one to ask questions to, no one to help me. I was just like you. I was attending webinars just like you. I was taking detailed notes, trying to get some traction and get this thing moving. You know, I was trying this and I was trying that. I had shiny object syndrome for a while. I ran from thing to thing too. Spent tons of money. I finally invested in coaching, and that's really what ultimately cleared the fog and helped me to be able to finally see some positive results, and, you know, very quickly, very quickly. I just want to show you a little bit. This is just one platform that you can make money on. Okay, and you don't even have to use this. You can put it on the regular web, but this is Warrior Plus. This is the kind of money that's being made right there. And that's just one platform. Okay. Now, I know many people do not show you what goes on inside of their businesses, but I want you guys to have the total information and to see that this is so totally doable for you. So I thought I would show you my earnings on just one platform. This is just a many platform, and it's just 4 products. Okay, these are just 4 products. So you can see, I mean, they've got the upsells in there too, upgrades, whatever you want to call it, OTOs. But as you can see, you can do this too. It's just making a product and offering it to many people. And it doesn't even have to be a WSO guide. Like I said, it can be, put it on the regular web. It doesn't have to be WSO. It can be anything. So, after you create your product, you can then check out other things that you can be an affiliate for, that's related, just to be sure to check, just be sure to check them out, before you, offer it to other people. Make sure that they're going to get a good quality product. You don't want to be giving people or offering people a bunch of fluff and a bunch of junk. It's important to help others as much as you can. And remember how it totally sucked to buy something and it was just junk. So only choose things to offer people that will really help them, okay? And you'll be golden, all right? But this is just, some affiliate earnings. This is just one platform on some affiliate earnings. You can do that easily. And it's amazing, really. I'm still not used to it. But anyway, it's cool. So once you have the process and the formula down, then you have a better chance of being chosen for WSO of the day or product of the day. I've learned exactly what is necessary to be able to increase the likelihood of getting WSO of the day. And I've had my products awarded WSO of the day 3 times in a row. So I kind of know what you got to do in order to have the best chance of doing that. So that's it, you guys. All I did was I made an offer, and then I sold that to many people, and that made 5 figures in about 2 weeks. So, and it's fast. I mean, I kept at it, and I've come up with a system, like I said, that's responsible for me getting product of the day or WSO of the day 3 times in a row. And that's just on one platform. There's different platforms. There's, JVZoo, and there's, brand new one, Deal Guardian. It just came out. There's the regular just World Wide Web. You can stick it out there. I mean, there's tons of options. So you can do this. I mean, look, guys, I've made a chunk of cash with Amazon. And this is a very, it's just, the whole world isn't all about Amazon. Amazon does good money, but this is a very fast way to put, cash in your pocket. And it works. And it can be a very powerful income stream for you. Does it take some work? Yes. It does, but as you saw, it can quickly add cash to your bank account, and it's definitely worth doing. And your offer can be anything, like we said. Turn your knowledge into cash. There's lots of info in your brain. I know there is, and on your hard drive probably, collecting dust. But everyone knows something, and they can share, teach someone something else. So you just do that, offer to people, give them an option to say yes or no. It's just as simple as that. Okay. So step 1, first you create a product in a niche. You know where their buyers are. How do you know that? How do you do that? First of all, you need a system that works well with any niche. So you need an easy way to find ideas your customers will want to buy. Okay. You need profitable ideas that actually sell. Okay. Is that something you would be interested in knowing how to do? Yes. Okay, great. Hey, thanks for participating, you guys. That helps me a lot. Yes, please. Okay. Okay, beautiful. So how do you do that? Profitable ideas present themselves. Wow, excuse me. Profitable ideas that present them with a solution. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Well, profit can mean many things. It can mean money. It can mean gaining time. You can be helping people, get or keep a girlfriend. You know, sell them what they want, but give them what they need. Okay, remember that. That's really important. Sell them what they want, but give them what they need. So it's one problem, one solution, and one simple report. You don't want it to be really complicated, okay? Or long. And we'll get into that in a second. But how do you find limit ideas for products? I don't want you to ever be stuck again. You want to go where your buyers are. Where do you think your buyers are? Where does everybody go? Most everybody go every single day. Yeah, exactly. That's right. Good answer, Jason. Yep. Facebook. Yep, Julie. Yep. Twitter. Forums. Authority niche blogs, news sites, networking. All these are ways that you can get ideas on what people need help with, okay? So how do you know if your products will sell? Well, you need to look for new things coming out. And as I just said a second ago, look for problems people are having, that they needed or want a solution for. Sometimes it's just hurrying and getting the answer for them because they don't have time to go look for it. You would think that, people wouldn't pay for that, but they do. Okay? Products that give benefits and solve problems. Okay? So by that I mean, how can you help your customers? Or, how can you make them money? Or how can you help them make money? How can you help them have more self-esteem? Or help their dog from barking? There's tons of different things you can think of to do that. But when there's a connection, your product can sell because you're giving customers and buyers the thing that they want, the benefit or solution that they want. Okay? That makes sense? Okay, good. Let's move on. Okay, KISS. Keep it simple, silly. Remember, it doesn't need to be long. People want things that are simple and fast. They don't want 114-page PDF books and 46 videos. Trust me, I've done that, and they don't want that. It's too much. It's like we talked about earlier, it's too overwhelming. So it's just one problem, one solution, one PDF, no fluff power report. Okay? Just take as long as it takes to write what you need to say. Okay? People are happy as long as it delivers what they want and need. It does not need to be long. People have a short attention spans, especially these days. They want things fast and easy. They want things put in good, actionable content. That's the way to go. Something that gets them results. Does that make sense? So see, it's not that hard. You guys can do this. If I can do it, you guys can do this. I promise you. It's not rocket science. Okay, the point is, in order to make money, you need to stop buying stuff and start putting out things so that other people can buy your stuff. That's it. That's how easy it is. Does it take work? Yes, but can you do it? Absolutely. So that's it, guys. You create a product, connect the dots of traffic. It's simple. And by the way, information products is a $14 billion industry with a B. Yeah, $1 billion. So a lot of people shut them down, sells down. They just, become closed-minded right away, and they say, well, Holly, you've been doing this successfully for years, and I'm just a beginner. And that's simply not true. You can do it too. We all started in the exact same place. And the first step is the same. And to be honest, I failed in the beginning too. And I try new things, and I fail right. If I try a new thing, I usually fail the first time. Sometimes it's several times before I actually succeed at it. But I'm not going to let it stop me. If I'm trying something new, I think Anthony Robbins says, how long would you expect your baby, shut your baby off, how long would you give him before you just didn't let him try to walk anymore, But my attitude was, and it still is, I know I'm going to fail. So if I just fail faster, then I'll be successful. Okay, does that make sense? But guess what? There is a way better way to speed things up and get results a heck of a lot faster. I like baseball and softball. You know, I don't know. How many of you like baseball or softball? How many of you ever even seen a baseball? I hope all of you. So just like in baseball or basketball or golf, or there are just certain fundamentals to the game that you need to learn in order to be able to be successful at that game, right? I mean, it's really hard to know how to hit a baseball with a bat if you've never done it before. Your chances of success are pretty low if you don't even know the first thing about it, if you've never even seen it done before by anyone else. But as I've taught many players, the key is in the fundamentals. Once you know the fundamentals and how your hand should be positioned, how your hips and shoulders, your chin, your body should be positioned, it becomes much easier to succeed and hit that ball over and over, way more often. You know, having someone who knows the right way to do things can speed things up dramatically. It makes it faster and easier to see success much sooner than on your own. And I might add, without so much frustration from trying to do it on your own and not being able to do it. So is there something special about me or my colleagues? Do you think these guys are lucky? Do you think they have something that you don't? It's just knowledge, guys, you know? Look, I hired a mentor or coach, and that's when things changed. That's when within a few weeks I went from no money to, very little money to over 5 figures in 2 weeks, right after I created my very first product. So, there's a huge potential there, and you guys can do this. So I want it to be your turn, okay? One of the best ways, if not the best way to learn, is to have a coach, a mentor. It's a shortcut to success, okay? To be able to see what other people are doing, know exactly how to get there. Someone to hold your hand and guide you and stop you from making the bad mistakes and be able to move you ahead. It's like, fast forward. It's like a shortcut, like we said. It's like a guide to receive the rewards that online business can bring you. It sure worked for me and a whole lot of other people before me. It's one of the best ways that you can be successful quickly. So if you're ready to build a business, a real business of your dreams, I want you to fill out this form here on the screen. Just go to that address on your screen. I'm sorry I don't have it hyperlinked. I didn't know how to do that. But just like I said, I didn't let it stop me. Just because you don't know how to do something simple and easy like that, I still do, still put it up there. So hopefully it's hollybondgirlmarketing.com /@2. Sorry about that. That was my watch. Time to feed my kids. It's just an app. So when you go there, it's just like a little questionnaire. It just asks you I think 2 questions besides, your main things like your name and how to contact you. It's just so that I can help you to take your business to the next level. And I'm not trying to be invasive with the questions. Just help me best be able to help you. And if we're a good fit to be able to work together. All right? So what I want to do is we'll talk on the phone about getting you started. We'll do a free strategy session. I mean, just imagine me on the other end of the phone. We'll be talking just like this, giving you some answers giving you answers that you need every single week to grow your business into success. So I want to be able to help you guys, and that's what I'm going to do. I will help you create your first product no matter what your experience level is. So just fill out the form. We'll talk on the phone. We'll give you a game plan. There's no obligation. There's no pressure either way. I just want to be able to help you at least have a game plan for where you are now and where you want to get to, okay? The form's totally free. You don't have anything to lose by filling it out, but I can't work with everyone. If I feel like we're a good match and I feel like I can personally help you, then I'll be calling you so we can chat. And so if you want in on this, go ahead and go and fill out that application now. It's really short. Oh, some people are saying I can't read and talk to you guys at the same time. Sorry. Some people are saying that it's taken a while to load. Okay, well, it might be. If there's a lot of people going there at once, it might be loading slower. So be patient if that's the case for you. I hope you can get in there. I only have a few limited, spots because I can't work with everyone. I just don't have time, But I want to be able to help some people. At least give you guys a free game plan on where to, what to do to get from point A to B, if that makes sense. So the people I feel like I can help the most will get the most priority. Okay. Yes, Drew says, I'm in. Okay, great, Drew. Thanks. I look forward to talking to you soon. Okay, so just take your time filling out the form. Again, it doesn't matter what your level of experience is. It doesn't matter to me, and there's no charge for the strategy session. I just want to be able to talk to you and help you from whatever point you're at, and if I can help, hopefully, what we'll do is give you a good game plan so you'll know exactly what steps you need to do to be successful. I just want, I'm looking for people who are determined for success. Someone who's willing to take action. And if I see that you're serious, then I'll be serious. Okay. And like I said, it's going to take some work. I mean, it's not a push button thing. It's not, it's not hard, but it does take some work. Let's see. I look forward to chatting with you guys. Let's see if we can do some Q&A now. Okay, Daza says, I hope that's how you say your name. How much time does this take? Well, Daza, that is kind of a hard to answer because, it kind of depends on how much time you have. And obviously, the more time you have or the more work you get done or the certain skills that you have, the faster you can see success. And it also depends on where you are, in your business. Some are farther along than others and others are just starting out. So it kind of depends. Now, if you want help just with your, Amazon stuff, then you can let me know that too. Be glad to help you with what I, get a game plan for that too if you're not sure that you're doing the right thing. For me, that was a big stumbling block because I wasn't sure I was doing the right thing for a long time. Once you know that you're doing the right thing and you're going to get somewhere and you're not spinning your wheels anymore, it makes a huge difference. And sometimes you just need someone to help you know that that's the right thing, you're doing the right thing. If that makes sense. Kurt says, I submitted my application and I look forward to getting your insights. Okay, great. Thank you, Kurt. I don't know how many applications have been submitted yet, but I want to give you guys a few more minutes to do that before we get going here. I know you guys are busy. I don't want to take a bunch of your time up, but Roger says, what happens after we fill out the form and submit it? What is the process and how long does it take? Okay, good question, Roger. So what happens is after you fill out the application and submit it, then if I feel like we'll be a good fit and I feel like I can help you, then we'll set up an email to schedule a free strategy session where I'll be giving you some help in how to get the most out of your business and take it step by step to the next level for free. And then whether you choose to work with me, long term or after that, that's totally up to you. There's no pressure whatsoever to do so, but you will have a good action plan on where to go with your business by the time we're done. I mean, I wish I'd had someone to help me with that. I mean, that's huge. Bill says, how long is the strategy session call? It's about an hour. What happens after we... Okay, Carrie, so I kind of answered that already. You're just going to, after you fill out the form, you're just going to get an email from me. It will give you some times that I'm available to talk, and you can just pick out of those times what works best with you. And then which basically will schedule a call and get on a call together. See if we have any more. Pretty much those are the same questions. I can scroll at the bottom here. Thank you for this. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Nice that you're real. Thank you very much. That's so nice of you to say. I appreciate that, Jolton. Okay, I think that's about it. Everybody thanking me. Thank you again for your kind comments. I appreciate that. I'm going to get going here, so I just want to say thank you for being here and for being you, and remember that you are the CEO of your life. So go make a great day. You make a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.